Okay, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Benjamin Etar. I'm the commercial director of Share My Space. I'm actually really happy that constellations like Ines are coming alive, and also that they mentioned taking care about space debris. So it was a perfect introduction and transition for my speech today. We are a space surveillance company, 25 person, based in Paris, a little bit in Toulouse now, and also we just opened an office in the US, in Texas. So I start this presentation with this picture, which I really like because it shows that the space surveillance is a field that has been transferred from astronomy, scientific environments to the industry, as the traffic has been increasingly and sharply increasing really recently. And why do we have a problem in orbit at the moment? Is because there are lots of objects which are considered as dangerous in space. So to give you an order of magnitude, more than 1 centimeter as an object in orbit, so satellites, debris, piece of rocket body, is dangerous, and there are 1 million of them. 1 million, so that's a lot. And the thing is, the world can only track 3% of them. I repeat that, 3% of this 1 million piece of dangerous objects are tracked, meaning that we can't do nothing with the other 97%. On top of that, if you had some specific behavior which are completely new. On this picture, you can see on the left side, Russian satellite closing in French satellites in a picture from one of our telescopes observation station. There was a new version of this satellite released a few weeks ago, and you can see on the right, these new Russian satellite crossing US military satellites. So we can wonder what they are doing. And this is where we're coming. So you need sensors and robust information system. With sensor, so I'm presenting you a multi-telescope observation station. It's a patented technology. I didn't expect the sound, so that's pretty good. Let's go for the atmosphere. So these are rotating telescopes that are meant to do what we call survey, meaning detecting everything that comes across the sensor. It's important because it's mandatory to scale the way to detect space objects. And that's very, very difficult to do, very, very expensive to do. And with an optical system, we can not only cut down the prices, but also see the smallest objects, which are also the most numerous, so below 10 centimeters. And this will be a worldwide exclusivity. So we already have one sensor operational that you can see on the right, and we are deploying a network across the world. So with this sensor, we provide information. So we have data products for the tracking, also the detection of maneuvers. We can also analyze the spin of the objects in case of malfunction, for instance. You have a nice example of a release after the separation with a rocket of 2 satellites. And the market for it are mostly satellites operator, launch provider also, who are trying to optimize the launch window. And obviously the government with civilian application through the space agencies, usually, or the military institution. And so on top of this data, we provide services. So you have example here on collision avoidance. So basically, we're talking about automating navigation in space and making the right decision of avoidance with the less human possible in the loop. So with this data and services, we're actually already commercial. We have 14 paying customers from governments and also private operators. I mentioned some of them. Maybe I should mention our biggest contract so far, which has been with the French Space Agency, because we are laureate from France Investment Plan 2030. So the French Space Agency is expecting us to deploy our network and provide lots of data to the government. We have some military customer as well that we don't mention here. At the total in Europe, we are considered a strategic partner. So we have a lot of support from the European Commission and from the governments. And we try to contribute also in building the industry for the new space ecosystem rising up. So I was assuming that the audience today would be investor audience. I don't know if I'm right, but let me just share you one opportunity because we are closing a Series A. We did 1.1 million fundraising 2 years ago. In between, we went from like a couple of employees to 25. We've developed in the US, as I mentioned. And also we have secured more than 12 million in contracts and in grants. But we're only looking for 6 because the European Commission is already investing with us. They have already done the due diligence. So you just have to join, and the tickets are not so big. So please contact us. The money will serve to deploy our network and maintain leadership in Europe. Thank you so much.